Hey, so day 3 of the Potential of the Breath breathing challenge. The previous days, we touched on the biological process of breathing, all the benefits that we naturally get from the breath or bringing oxygen into the body, and also how we can maximize that on looking at energy and our intention as well. Today, rather than kind of lifting us up, I'm sharing my 2 favorite techniques to calm us down when we look at stress and the impact of stress on our health. It's now estimated that 90%, that's 90% of all disease and illness is stress related. So yes, my 2 favorites, they work for me, and anyone who knows me can be a little bit of a hothead, even though I am a yoga teacher. But yes, these 2 really worked, and it was perfect timing actually, because yesterday when I was putting all this stuff together, I was getting quite frustrated with the computer and, getting angry, shouting at the computer, and then it was like, hello, do the breath. And so I did this technique which I'm about to share, and that the agitation that comes with getting angry, it left my body. I wasn't able to like my body just couldn't respond in the same way it usually does to stress. So on with the technique. It is really simple. All you do is take a extra long breath out and then hold the breath out. Not for too long, just as long as you comfortably can. You don't want to feel like you're going to be gasping for your next breath. And then you can inhale, and again, nice long breath out, and hold the breath out of your body for as long as you can. It might be 5, 10, 15, 20, maybe even 30 seconds. But just to what's comfortable, as I was saying, and then take your breath in and maybe do that 2 or 3 times. It's almost instant that it snaps you out. Obviously, it's not going to stop what's going on the outside, but you may find, like I did, that your body just doesn't get tense and agitated as it does when we go into like a stressful or agitated state. What this also did as well, as I was saying, the computer was still stupid, so I thought, until I kind of did the technique, and it just gave me that little bit of extra space that then I could think a bit more clearly, realized I was pressing the wrong buttons, and everything was rosy again on my inner landscape. The chi was back in balance. So yes, that's one of my faves. You can do it anytime. That's what I really like about working with the breath as well. So do try that one out for yourself. And then the second technique, we're linking the breath to a little bit of movement, and it's just going to be with our fingers. And again, when we're not going to be stopping all the things on the outside that may annoy us and, put us into a stressful state. But as I was saying, we can at least go some way into changing how we're feeling about it inside. And when we're moving with the breath in this way, as I'm about to show you, what it does is it quite quickly gets us out of the mind. There's normally a narrative, isn't it, behind what's going on the outside, like me with the computer. It's rubbish, and whatever was going on, sometimes it's people, isn't it? And as they're talking to us, we've got this whole thing. Sometimes the narrative is negative to yourself, and we get stuck in these loops that tend to magnify the problem. So this is a really good technique to snap us out of the mind. We get back into the body, and again, we're just giving ourselves a bit more space to deal with things just a bit more efficiently. So before we begin, if you could just close your eyes for a moment and get a gauge of how you are feeling within your body. You might not be stressed out, and that's fine. You'll still notice the difference. So we're just getting a gauge of the landscape of inside of the body. And then with your next breath out, if you can just touch the tip of your index finger and thumb together. And we breathe in, and as you exhale, touch the tip of the thumb and the middle finger. Inhaling, touching ring finger and thumb as you breathe out. And that last round of breath, touching the tip of the little finger and thumb together. And we can repeat that process as you exhale, pressing those tips of fingers together. And I know for me already, feeling a bit more relaxed. Generally, when we focus on the exhale, we naturally extend it anyway. But like I was saying, to move, synchronize the movement with the breath. And that really helps to knock us out of any kind of mental negative loops we may get into. So if we just go for one more round, and maybe if you are angry, just press a bit more firmly into the fingers so we can go a bit of a way to release any excess energy within the body. And that's that second technique. As you see, it's really a simple technique that just really helps us to give us a bit of more space that we can deal with things more efficiently. I do have a program that really works on this theory of moving with the breath, being mindful of ourselves throughout the day, not just the physical body, but what's going on within the mind as well. So it's a bit of a holistic look at how we look after ourselves. The benefit we get from it is, better posture, more able to breathe fully, quite naturally, bit of a mindfulness practice in there as well, and just that we feel better within the body and we have more vitality as well. You could just do these breathing techniques. I'm sure you'll get loads from them also, particularly the one, if you're very much in your head, that you can do those as well. And the one thing that I really would say is, because I know, when I talk to people, we've all got our stresses and problems within the body as well. Most of us have anyway, especially if you've been desk bound for quite a few years. But what I find is people don't actually take the time to check in and look after themselves, which was why I put the program together, because it's key to our health. And when we look, we don't have time, but we don't have time to get ill either. And so what I'm now thinking is, rather than looking at this stuff, even if you are doing the breathing, whatever it is you're doing, don't look at it as a chore. It's not like, oh God, I've just got something else to put on my to-do list. No, this is a luxury for yourself. This is a treat for yourself. And sometimes when we can just change that narrative, that perspective around these things that we're doing, that suddenly, you've got the time to do it. Like I was saying, my program that I put together, it couldn't be more simple to get into the habit. All the stuff there you can do in seconds, sitting at your desk. And the end result is just to be a happier and better functioning human with bags more energy as well. So if you think you would be interested, you can follow the link and it would take you to a page where you can purchase and find out more about that. If you don't want to purchase, that's fine, but please do like and share the videos, share them with anyone who you think may benefit from the breathing or the program. And yeah, thanks for watching.